Hello families and friends around the world. This is Pat John-Oseh, and today on the Message of Hope with Pat, I will be sharing with you a story from Biodun. Biodun believed in three things: love for God, love for his country, and love for his family. He was a devout and God-fearing man who loved his wife and children very much. Though Biodun was in the army, he still had time for his family. He spent time helping them with homework and assisting in the house chores. He didn't miss any of his children's school activities, and his two children missed him whenever he is on tour or absent for some days. One of such tours took him to the northern part of the country, where he joined the task force that has been created to fight the insurgents in that part of the country. During one mission, his squad was ambushed and most of the soldiers were killed. Biodun was slightly injured and sent home to recover. He went back to his loving, beautiful family, but his wife and children noticed some changes with him after a few days. Biodun began to have nightmares from his last operation, in which his squad was ambushed and killed, and his mood in the house began to change. He became violent and angry, and to the amazement of his family, he struck at them for the slightest infraction. Biodun took to drinking and keeping late nights, and this further created a rift between him and his family. The situation came to a head when he woke up screaming one night and threatened to kill his wife, who was sleeping beside him. Biodun's wife took the children and left him, as she felt her life and the lives of the children were unsafe with Biodun around. She opened up to her father, who offered to help as he was a retired soldier. Biodun's father-in-law counseled him, telling him that he was suffering from PTSD, a post-traumatic stress disorder, an ailment that affects combat soldiers who had seen war and were finding it hard to adapt to civilian life. Biodun's case was even more severe, as he was suffering from guilt, as he had been one of the few soldiers that had survived the ambush. He took his father-in-law's advice and went for counseling with a life coach, and after some months of therapy, he seemed to be getting a lot better. Biodun now takes one day at a time in his struggle with PTSD, and he is now an advocate for the enlightenment and treatment of combat soldiers suffering from the same ailment he had experienced. He has also mended the fence with his family, and they are back together again, while he still wakes up sometimes confused and afraid at night. He now has his wife's support, who better understands what Biodun is going through. Biodun's story should encourage us to never give up in life. Our experiences may sometimes scar us, but we should never be a victim of our past. We can rise above our past pains and change it to a means of encouraging others. What an amazing end for Biodun. Thank you very much for sharing this amazing story with MHP team. I'm sure you must have inspired millions of people around the world. Thank you all, and stay safe.